Ladies and gentlemen, to design smarter connectivity for rural Malaysia, let us dive into Aisha's world.
Tonight, Aisha will wait. She will wait for a file to upload. She will wait for a lesson plan to sync. She will wait for a loading screen to move. And tomorrow morning, she will still be expected to deliver. This is not a story about effort. It is a story about structure. My name is Lalita, and today I want to talk about what happens when expectations are equal but systems are not. This is Aisha's reality. She is a rural primary school teacher. She is not behind. She is not resistant to change. She prepares digital materials, she records lessons, and she adapts. But when the connection drops, her momentum drops with it. When syncing fails, she retries. When upload freezes, she waits. And this doesn't happen once. It happens again and again and again. Not dramatic, just constant friction. And constant friction slowly drains confidence. We often believe that once fiber arrives, the problem is solved. But infrastructure does not automatically create inclusion. Because digital access is not just about cables. It is about affordability. It is about digital readiness. It is about stability. Even if a school has access, not every teacher experiences that access the same way. And that's where inequality quietly exists. We do not lower expectations for rural teachers. They must deliver digital lessons, submit online reports, attend virtual training. The expectations are national, but the systems supporting them are uneven. One teacher clicks and moves on. Another waits for buffering. Equal expectations, different realities. Through observations, we realized something important. The problem was not simply slow internet. The real issue was dependence on constant high-speed connectivity in an environment where stability does not always exist. The system assumed perfection. Reality was imperfect. That mismatch was the real pain point. Here's the contradiction we discovered. If we increase performance, cost rises. If we reduce cost, performance suffers. It felt like a trade-off. But TRIS teaches us something powerful. Do not compromise. Resolve the contradiction. So instead of asking, how do we make internet faster everywhere? We ask, how do we reduce dependence on constant internet? That question changed everything. EduConnect is not a single solution. It is a layered system designed around reality. First layer, community hubs. Instead of each teacher carrying the full burden alone, high-speed connectivity is shared. Heavy task uploads, downloads, syncing are centralized. Second layer, smart syncing. Teachers prepare their material offline. The system stores their work locally. When stable connections becomes available, everything syncs efficiently. There will be no late night waiting. Third layer, EduBox. A portable offline library filled with curriculum-aligned resources. Most daily preparation does not require live internet. Fourth layer, lightweight mobile access for communication and essential administrative tasks. Together, these layers create something important. No single point of failure. If one layer slows down, another continues. That is reliability. Affordability is not just about money. It is about emotional freedom. When connectivity becomes predictable and shared, teachers no longer feel pressure to constantly upgrade, constantly worry, constantly adjust. The financial burden shifts from individual responsibility to system design, and that shift changes everything. Reliability is not speed, reliability is certainty. Offline first preparation means work continues even when connection does not. Layered access means disruption does not equal collapse. The goal is not perfection. The goal is stability. Even if fiber reaches every school tomorrow, not every teacher will benefit equally. Some are digitally confident, some are learning, some are hesitant. EduConnect does not assume high digital literacy. It supports teachers where they are, not where we expect them to be. And that is what makes it inclusive. The impact is not just technical. When systems stop failing, teachers stop doubting themselves. When preparations become smooth, confidence returns. When collaboration happens in shared hubs, isolation reduces. When stress decreases, creativity increases. The biggest transformation is emotional, and emotional stability fuels professional growth. Digital inequality is rarely loud. It hides in loading screens, in retries, in small delays that accumulate. If we design only for ideal environments, we exclude real ones. But if we design within constraints, we include more people. Innovation is not about building the most advanced system. It is about building the most equitable one. We do not need perfect coverage, we need smarter designs. If this idea resonates with you, I invite you to continue this conversation with me. You can contact me through my email. Because inclusion is not automatic, it must be intentional and it must be designed. Thank you.